The best defensive style, executed by the best defensive fighter ever. But how and why was this man able to execute this style with such defensive prowess? And that's exactly what we are going to get into today on this show. But before I get started, I'd like to introduce myself for those of you who've never watched this channel. Boy, you are absolutely late to the dance. My name is Eric A. Bradley, AKA, and this is where we break the fight world down, round by round. To the topic at hand. The most defensive fighter decides to maximize and use the best defensive style. And why? Well, one of the things that you will learn inside of this segment is that the Philly shell style, it was crafted to take away anything that an offensive fighter wanted to bring. Now, I always talk to the coaches that are under me, which there are over 60,000 coaches that are learning from the brain in which I've been passed along 3 generations of the science of boxing. And I try my best every single day to deliver that knowledge like I'm doing to you right now. The thing that is most relevant and significant that Floyd Mayweather does is understand how important it is to have generational wealth, which is the knowledge in which you gather your information from someone with many years of experience, hence his father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., The Philly shell style, as you know, was used by Floyd Mayweather Sr. back in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. And when he used it, he got an opportunity to test it out against fighters as great as Sugar Ray Leonard. And without saying, he almost pulled it off. But what a real true professor does is take down the notes. What didn't work, what did work, and he was able to pass that on to the Black Mamba, aka Roger Mayweather, who was further in position to pass it on to the next generation, which is Jeff and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Sinclair, that is. That is what we call generational wealth, people. And when you begin training your fighter in that style, one thing you understand that's important is muscle memory. And Floyd Mayweather, he gave you the tips based upon what exactly was the difference between him going into the gym and you going into the gym. And what is that one unique characteristic, that one unique trait? It's 2 words. It's called muscle memory. And why do I bring this up? Because that's the most important thing, and it's the most redundant thing you'll ever do in boxing. And it's the thing that you don't want to do again the next day. You guys, for instance, we demonstrate what we do and teach, and we share it with you in social media. There are thousands of videos of what we teach out here. Things that you don't know, and if you do know them, there's a lot of the things that you don't know that we show you. But what do? We teach you and show you the 7 points of the Philly shell that you must have. But you go up here to our website and you purchase these lessons, but you forget about the most important lesson. Just because you have 4.5, 5 hours worth of video training drills does not mean do them all. It means for the first 3 months, you keep intact the necessary execution, focus, defense, mastering the science of the 7 points first. Hence, Floyd Mayweather. What Floyd Mayweather did was get into the ring as his father taught him. And he even said it, you can pull it up on YouTube, that he would get into the ring with much lesser opposition when he was training. And what was he training? He was training muscle memory. Catching, rolling, blocking, stopping, knowing how to do all of the things perfect. Hence is why he became the greatest defensive fighter ever. Why? Because guys like Archie Moore, guys like Sweet Pea, all laid a blueprint. And he was able to compare what they were doing to what he was doing, and he was able to hurdle that because they set a bar. And he knew that that bar could be matched or hurdled over if he watched and mastered the science. So he put all of the time into the muscle memory. Exactly what I try to tell you guys to do. Just because videos go up on the page, you go up and you try to execute all of the different video training drills where you never ever understand how important the muscle memory. You take one set of drills. Do you understand how hard it is to stop 7 different punches that will come at you? That's all you got to focus on. You need to focus on understanding the 7 points and then understanding the next tiers, which is how the mechanics of the body, the 5 layers of defense, hands, elbows, wrists, shoulders, mind, and legs. All of these things have to be mastered, and you cannot avoid them. No matter what any of the fighters do, regardless, bar none, one thing that this man understands is the importance of drilling redundantly. And that's my point to you. Don't just go up here to the site, order things, and then looking to go on to the next thing. Floyd, guys like Sweet Pea became defensive masters because the records speak for themselves. He not only was undefeated, he had the highest connect percentage because it sets you up. And he also had the least damage done to about any fighter ever in history due to the defense. And that's what we're trying to teach and share with you. Don't just rush through those downloads. Make sure you understand that the defensive prowess this guy has is all about the redundancy of the beginning layers of the fundamental, the foundation. You cannot fake mastering the science of something. And hence is why don't rush. Don't see the next candy shop and run into it. You're going to end up with cavities. It doesn't matter what these guys bring. You're able to take it away because you've mastered the science of your defensive prowess. Hence is why you're able to call your defense the greatest defense fighter ever. In the beautiful city of Miami. The most beautiful city in this country. I didn't say that. That was spoken by the Kardashians, one of the most affluent families in entertainment today. But tonight, things go down. And remember one thing, my message to you is to continue to understand. Don't just pivot off of the things that will help get you to the next level. I left a message on the page for you all to take into consideration. What is it that you really want? You got to double down on it. And then you got to triple down on it. And remember this tip. Do it and execute it until you get it right. And then continue to do it until you can't get it wrong. That's all I got for right now. Continued blessings to you. My name is Eric A. Bradley signing out. Make sure you subscribe if you have not followed Master Boxing across the board. So long, and continue and understand that the mastery of the Philly shell is the key to your defensive prowess. So long, from the Sunshine State. Peace.